A lot of people think that wars are fought with weapons, things that are scrapnel based, things that are inflicting damage to organs. But the biggest war, the greatest war that has ever been waged and has ever gone on, has happened within one's own mind, one's own ability to maintain his sanity, his confidence, his trust, his spirit. I know somebody right now is going through something. They are in the midst of trying to be better than they could have ever thought that they can be. And it seems challenging. Well, if you're one of those people and it's getting hard for you to keep that up, dial 3 simple numbers, 988. It don't take much. Don't require you to give up the king's ransom. Just require you to take a leap of faith. And if if that number just doesn't do it for you and you think that you are absolutely there, then I'm going to ask you to dial 911 and get somebody over there to get help. A simple statement as, I need help and I need it bad, can get you the right attention. So before you make a decision, we have to live with. Make a decision you can live with and go get help. Now let's punch in and talk football. Pride Nation, we back at it again. We are literally, 24 hours out from the NFL draft. I will not be going live tomorrow. The reason for that is I think there's enough people who will be going live. And honestly, I want to see what really happens before I just react. I really do. I want to see what we do. So I'm not going to react so quick. What's on today's agenda? I came up with 10 things. 10 things I do not want to see Brad Holmes do in the draft. I don't want to see the Lions do these 10 things in the draft. I'm also going to look at our visits, at who's come to visit so far, and kind of figure out, can we figure out anything from that list? Okay. And I'm also going to allow you to join me to talk about whatever it is you want, questions and all, because it's about you. It's about us as a fan base that loves this team and being able to really dive into this whole entire thing known as the NFL draft. All right. Now, before I get into all that good stuff, let's see who in the building with me. Let me check out who rocking with me tonight. We got friendly neighborhood Lions fan in the building. Shout out to you, sir, for rocking with me tonight. All right. We have Looney Tune in the building. Makai Hope. Dirty Gloves Williams in the building. What up, dude? Midwest Lions in the building. Detroit Made Me is in the building. What up, dude? I said Midwest Lions. Perry Ball is in the building. One funky Lion fan says, what's good, Luke? I'm probably the only fan that doesn't necessarily want a DN this year. I want to trade back and pick up a second for next year so we can move up to get left tackle Overton DN from Bama. Well, you're probably not the only one, because my prediction is that we're not, we're going to try to, I believe he's going to trade out of the first. That's my belief, one funky Lion fan. I believe he's trading out of the first to not only acquire extra picks for next year, but to acquire a high second-round pick this year. If he comes away with pick 33 plus his pick and he gets an extra third plus a second next year, yeah. I mean, it's not like a huge drop-off, right? We're picking 28th. So I believe that he's going to do that. I prefer him to trade up and get the DN. That's just me. But if that one DN is no longer there, trade back. Hey, it is what it is. We got my man Nemesis Breaks in the building. And we got my man Lions Lee in the building. One Funky Lion fan says, this year, I wanted to draft 2 future replacement guys. Jared Wilson, center from Georgia, and Barrett Carter, linebacker for Clemson. I would love to have Barrett Carter. I know we need a linebacker. I know that. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody wants to talk this defensive tackle crap. We need a linebacker. Okay? We need a linebacker. And I'm not going to be apologetic about that reality. We need a linebacker. Okay? So yeah, I'm not willing to act like that's not a thing for us. All right. Now, good people, let me just be clear with y'all, man. All right. A lot of y'all gonna be mad as hell tomorrow. Just prepare yourself. All right. Prepare yourself. You're going to be mad as hell. Now, outside of that, let me hit on some of the news that's come out recently. All right. Detroit Lions have released quarterback Jake Fromm. I guess that's news. I guess that's news. Somebody somewhere is excited to hear that news. If you're that person, kudos to you. Now, the other news that came out today is the Hall of Fame game. The preseason Hall of Fame game, which will be played July 31st of this year at 8 p.m., will be the Lions versus the Chargers. If you care about that kind of thing. But the big news that came out is the Detroit Lions have made Kirby Joseph the highest paid safety in NFL history. He has agreed to a 4-year, $86 million extension that ties him to the team through at least 2029. And $21.5 million of that is what he'll average annually. All right. This is nothing. This is why I know we're not getting rid of Jameson. This is why I feel like that there's a bunch of BS about Jameson. He pays people who perform. I just have a hard time buying that he's not going to do these things. He pays people who performs. Here's the article here. 3 days of Luke. Are we in the Twilight Zone? Nah. We just warming up. We just warming up. D-Town, diplomat. He says, let's go, Brad. If you're not going to get an edge rusher, get a good pick. Yep, that's what I think. And again, this contract to me is it's earned. It's earned. And it sends the same message that it sends to everybody. If you perform, we're going to pay you. The only person who wanted to get paid after this was Chauncey Gardner-Johnson Jr., and he didn't perform. Like, it don't make sense. Perry Ball at Luke. If the Lions take Johnson, cornerback from Michigan, would you be mad? Yes. We don't need a corner. You just signed DJ Reed. You brought in Maddox. You brought in Rocky Sand. There go 3. You drafted Terrion Arnold. You got Rakeshaw. You still got Amik Roberts. That's 6 corners. What the hell are you doing? You don't need another cornerback. It's not that dire of a need. Yeah, I'll be pissed. I'll be beyond pissed. Yeah. You can hate me now. McKenzie says Dacker coming off books in 2 years and DJ Reader, that's $30 million. We gonna be okay. Yep. Let them finish their contract out and we get to moving on. But this is more proof to me. Another guy has earned a contract and J-Mo has earned his contract. They're going to pick up his 5th-year option. I have no doubts about that. He's earned a contract, right? Based on what he's done. They pay people with production. I don't see them trading them. Now, again, we're just looking at it from I would be pissed if Will Johnson gets picked. That's what I'm saying. Like, and Will Johnson is supposed to be like the consensus best corner. Bro, we don't need a cornerback, bro. Shout out to you, D-Map Zoom. We don't need that. We don't need that. I'm just sorry. One Pride is in the building. One Pride 40. I think Hutchinson gets locked up tomorrow. If he do, great. You pay the people who perform. That's all I'm saying. That's why I know J-Mo ain't going nowhere. Now, let me get into my list. All right. Let me get into my list. I got to get into my bag on this. Hold on. Let me see. Let me take this off here. All right. Now, stay with me, y'all. One of the things that I'm going to have to do is, how can I word this? I want to make sure I word this right. Should I put the music on? No, I'm not going to do it because I ain't Patty today. I'm not Patty. I'm not doing Patty today. All right. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. All right. I'm going to be good. I want to do my list of 10 things that I do not want to see in the NFL draft. 10 things. Nothing crazy. Nothing wild. 10 things. Some of this stuff y'all may not agree with. All right. I'm going to put the link in the chat because I know once I get going, people going to get to want to challenge me and tell me I have lost my damn mind. And I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. He's saying embrace it. Embrace the Patty. Feel the force. I'm trying not to. I put the link in there. All right, here we go. 10 things. 10 things that I do not want Brad Holmes to do. 10. All right. And let me make sure I get back on the article. And this right here, surprisingly, is in order. Y'all ready? Number 10. Draft a player with a lengthy injury history. I don't want to see it. Don't want to see it. If a player is hurt, leave his hurt ass where he at. I don't want to see it. If he got a history similar to Davenport, where he's able to play for a few, but he got hurt every single game and can barely finish the season, I don't want it. I don't want it. At number 9, draft a cornerback. I cannot stress this enough. He has addressed this position. All right? There's no need for us to draft a cornerback. None. We don't need to draft a quarterback. Drafting a corner when you are, I just named the 6 we got. Whoever you get for 7th and 8th don't even matter. They're not starting. They're special teams guys at best or break glass in case of emergency. All right? So off rip, I don't want to see the word cornerback at all in this draft. At number 8, real simple, nothing special, not drafting a linebacker. If we come out this draft somehow, some way, and we don't come out with at least one linebacker, in the words of Kanye West, you can't tell me nothing, okay? You can't tell me nothing. If we come out this draft through 3 days and we don't get a single linebacker, don't tell me nothing. All right? This ain't going to make it work for me. All right? Number 7, drafting a quarterback with any of our picks. You have no reason to do this. I don't want to see a QB at all. Okay? You made your investment in Hendon Hooker. Either he's the guy or he's the backup. Either way it go, he's already here. Do not go and waste draft capital on a position that you already got. Because guess what? You drafting another quarterback does not solve the problem. You just replace the guy that you traded away probably, or that you plan to move on from probably, with another guy who's a probably. I do not want to see it. In case you came in late, number 10, drafting. I'm naming the 10 things. 10 things I do not want to see the Lions do in this draft for 2025. At 10, draft a player with a lengthy injury history. At 9, drafting a cornerback. At 8, not drafting a single linebacker. At 7, drafting a quarterback with any of our picks to catch you up. Here is my next one coming up. At number 7, I don't want to see the Lions do this. I do not want to see the Lions trade a future first to acquire an extra first this year. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that. I'm all for it for you to, getting capital. But trading a future first for a first this year, like this draft is so loaded with everything you need to succeed, no. I don't want to see it. Do not trade future draft capital to get a first this year for the hell of it. Nope. I know it's always been F them picks, but that was the Rams mantra, and you're no longer there. I don't want to see it. All right. At number 5, this one right here. All right. This one right here going to hurt people's feelings, right? Drafting another project or developmental player in any round. I don't care what round it is. Don't do it. Okay? You ain't developed a player yet. What player have you developed? Before somebody come in here and be like, what about Enrod? Enrod has been replaced. They went out and drafted his replacement because he was not sustainable. He's a guy who can come in relief, but I don't want a single project or developmental player at all. At all. Now, keep in mind, for those who came in late, let me recap. I'm already up to 5. Let's recap. Number 10, drafting a player with a lengthy injury history. Number 9, drafting a cornerback. Number 8, not drafting a linebacker. Number 7, drafting a quarterback with any of our picks. Number 6, trading your future first to get an extra first in this draft. Don't want to see it. Don't want to see it. Number 5, drafting another project or developmental player. And yes, that means even in the 6th round. If you can't come in and help us on special teams, don't pick this piece of crap. Don't do it. You don't try this crap way too many times. They kind of developed McNeil. They didn't develop nothing. McNeil was him. He was him. I saw it when I just looked at the college tape. I'm like, oh, I see why they took him. Like, come on. Broderick, the Beast Martin, stop it. What about Manu? Because we up here talking about drafting guards in the 1st round. What you take Manu for? How many years out he is? I don't want to see it. McNeil is him. That's the difference. Number 4, trading up for a non-pass rusher player. If you trade up, ain't going to be trading up for no dango guards. Ain't no trading up for no tackles. Ain't no trading up for no receivers. Ain't no trading up for no running backs. Ain't no trading up for no safeties. Ain't no trading up for no cornerbacks. Ain't no trading up for no linebacker. You trade up, you better get a pass rusher. Somebody who can complement Aiden Hutchinson. If you're doing all this trading up, get somebody to help and run with Aiden Hutchinson. Don't trade up for nothing else. Don't trade up for nothing else. All right. Number 3. Hear me and hear me good on this one, people. Drafting a defensive tackle in any rounds 1 through 4. I'm going to say it again. Drafting a defensive tackle in any rounds 1 through 4. You do not need it. You brought in Roy Lopez. You brought back Levi Onwuzurike. You drafted Wingo. You supposedly developed Broderick the Beast Martin, as was pointed out by the beautiful brother here. There's D tackles. And if you take him in any of them rounds, they ain't about to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's no reason to do this. Number 2, draft a wide receiver in any round 1 through 3. I'm going to lose it. Every year, I got to hear about the Lions taking a receiver. How do we need receivers every damn year? You got 4 already. How come every year we need a receiver? Can we stop with this? I don't want to see it. I'm telling you, if you take one in the 4th round, I could probably forgive it. But the first 3 rounds is reserved for linebacker, DN, and guard. That's what it's reserved for. Maybe safety. But I wouldn't even do safety because I don't think they can come in and start. But you certainly need a safety because we know that Brian Branch and Kirby are your starting safeties. Who's the backups? So I get it. But the reality is I don't want to see nothing out of those 3 positions. Now, I know you was joking, Dolo. I know. But sarcasm goes over people's head, and I wanted to join in on it. I'm trying not to be patty, but you're right. That not the beast. The dude just ain't doing nothing. And he ain't the only one. Number 1. Before I get to number 1, let's recap in case you just joined me or you missed it. Number 10, drafting a player with a lengthy injury history. These are the 10 things I don't want to see the Lions do. Number 9, drafting a cornerback. Number 8, not drafting a linebacker this draft. Number 7, drafting a quarterback with any of our picks. I don't care if it's a 7th round pick. Do not waste your capital on no quarterback. All right. Number 6, trading a future first to acquire an extra first this year. We don't need it. I promise you, you ain't gonna be able to get up high enough with that future first for you to get it. Because guess what? People know you're a good team. So if you give up a future first, at best, you might make it to 20. At best. No, we're not doing it. Not doing it. All right. Number 5, drafting another project or developmental player. Stop playing with me. We've been down this road. Stop playing with me. Number 4, trading up for a non-pass rusher. Number 3, drafting a D tackle in any round, period, 1 through 4. I don't want to see it. If you draft a D tackle in any of the first 4 rounds, I don't know what the hell you're doing. He ain't going to start. He ain't going to do nothing but be able to play until next year at best. And at that point, you're going to have a D tackle sitting there that you want. So this is going to be another one of those picks where people are trying to figure out why we did it. Number 2, drafting a receiver in the rounds 1, 2, 3. No need for it. But the number 1 thing, and this is going to be controversial. The number one thing I do not want the Lions to do is trade out of the first round. Now, let me be clear about this. I believe that they are going to trade out of the first round to acquire more picks. I don't want them to do this. Why? Because I believe that the player, or there are going to be players that's going to be there at 28 that you can take that will help us this year. And trading out of that, especially if you're not getting pick 33 plus a future first, just seems like a waste of energy. I don't want to see it. I don't need to see it. Now, let me go back because I know people going to think something wrong with me. Tia Shore says, what up, though, Luke? This is JGB using my wife's account since she don't get ads. What? How's that possible? How the hell can she not get ads? I'm going to leave that alone. Patty Luke creeping around the corner. I'm fighting it, man. I'm fighting it. I know One Pride 40 has been pushing Darius Alexander from Toledo. I don't see it. I'm gonna be paying close attention to that one. I think this is woeful thinking. Not like this, not even wishful. This is just woeful. These are the things. So that was my top 10 list. I do want to explore. She gets YouTube Premium from. That is crazy. I need that. Damn. I need that. Okay. All right. I'm good. Hot take, Mike Green is going to fall to 28 and we snag him. Let me just tell you right now. I saw Dr. Detroit say Abdul Carter incoming, right? I am not mad at the idea of Abdul Carter. He's a good player. I want Mike Green. Mike Green is going to set the table, in my opinion. Why? Because I see somebody who has all of the tools in the arsenal as it pertains to skill set. Mike Green looks like Von Miller with all the little moves and things that he used to get to the quarterback. He has that Khalil Mack explosiveness. And I'm not saying Abdul don't have that, but it's not as explosive as Mike Green. Like, just putting it out there. Now, Mike Green is my pick. If Mike Green slid to 28 and the Lions don't take him, I'm not going to be mad. I've already prepared myself to be disappointed. But if the Lions take him, you're going to see me hype. Just as hype as I was when we got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Just as hype as I was when we got Derek Barnes, Hendon Hooker. I'm going to be really hyped about Mike Green. Because Mike Green would be the perfect complement to Aiden Hutchinson. Perfect. He could be your Danielle Hunter. Whoever you got that's super athletic and get at people, he can be that. So that's just me. Now, what I want to do is I want to explore the visits. Everybody at this point has already seen the visits. All right. Now, here's the reality of these visits. Brad Holmes is the king of bullshit. I'm gonna tell you, this man will look at things knowing he's not even gonna touch it. I went back through 2 or 3 drafts, and I think he took maybe two or three players out of his visits, and he had a shot at many of the people that he was looking at, but it was no way he was going to take them. And the people that he took in the later rounds. All right. But what does this list tell me about him? The first thing I looked at when I saw running back on this list, I went, oh, you funny. I'm serious. I went, oh, you real funny. I don't know if he is expecting Scatterbo, I hope I said that right, to fall or not be drafted. Or the UC Davis kid, Lane Larson. I don't know if he's expecting them to not be drafted. But we don't need no damn running back. And you looking at them don't make no sense for me. You got 3 of them. Really, you got more than the 3. But that's not the point. You ain't finna add no running back. What I found intriguing was his picks for receivers. I mean, Matthew Golden. I'm a Texas fan, so don't get me started. I'm a Michigan State Texas fan. That's what I grew up seeing. My dad was a Texas fan. That's what and I deviated to Michigan State because that green is beautiful. Go green, go white. All right. But okay, you're looking at more speed, which gave me more proof to if they were going to draft a speedy receiver, why would they get rid of J-Mo? That just creates more havoc for the opposition. Good luck trying to stop 2 speedy receivers who don't want that combination. Isaac Tisala. I watched a little bit of him. I was just like, I'm like, okay. Did you bring him in for? Ben Yoroski. We need a tight end. So that makes sense. And chances is he could be a 4th or 5th round pick. You know, I don't really see him going high. I don't believe that this is the year of the tight end. Everybody and their mother believe that Gary Zabel is the pick. I find it more intriguing at this Anthony Belton. And the reason I say that is because this dude can play guard. So, are they really sold on this guy here? Or is this just the guy that they want to get and get him in the later rounds? I don't know. When I look at the edge rushers, I'm going to tell you the truth. I said this yesterday. I'll say it again. Shamar Stewart, I don't get it. I don't see it. I've never seen somebody look so explosive and yet look so lost. And even at times, Aiden Hutchinson do that at times, but he got much better at that this year than he was the year before. But this brother right here, he will blow something up, look all explosive, and not make a play. I've never seen somebody give so much effort for nothing. Shamar Stewart, I don't see it. Josiah Stewart, I'm 100% believe that they're expecting him to be a late round pick, meaning like 4th or 3rd or 4th, somewhere in that area. I wouldn't touch him, but I get it. At least it's an edge rusher. We need that. Q Robinson. I've been trying to wrap my head around the Q Robinson talk. And I stopped because it was just me lying to myself to make myself feel better about it. This is a potential pick. I don't have time for potential. I told you I don't want to see no projects. I don't see Q Robinson as I don't see it. I'm sorry. Derek Hartman. I like Derek Hartman. I like him. What I can say is this. I do not know if I am buying that at all. Pistons in 7. Let's see. He says, you didn't want him to touch Hutch either. No, I wanted freaking Kyle Hamilton. And guess what? You could have had Aiden Hutchinson and Kyle Hamilton. Now, obviously, the stars worked out, but I'm just saying, Kyle Hamilton made it to an All-Pro. Right? I'm just saying. And Kyle Hamilton is exactly what I thought he was going to be. So, yes, if you look at the 2 teams, Kyle Hamilton has affected the game more than Aiden Hutchinson has for us. That doesn't mean that Aiden Hutchinson ain't been playing well. He just needs, you know, long time that they called him, you know, they had the Greek yogurt thing. He needs a little help. And so I would agree that he does need that. You say, better get all your Luke in for the aliens, pick them back up. Nah, they ain't going nowhere. Let me bring in my guest, D-Map Zoom. D-Map, what's going on?
My brother, what's going on with you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. Talk to me.
How long has it been, man? It's been so long.
Listen, life was life was life, and
I feel you on that, man. What can you do?
life was life.
Man, who you think the Lions gonna probably pick in the draft? My guess is an
This
O
is
line or
my
a D
belief.
line.
I believe that they're trading the 28th pick to try to get the 33rd pick and a future pick plus extra picks this year. Because if you get an extra second, right? If you get an extra second and you get, say, an extra third, well, it'd probably be a second, a fourth, and maybe a second in next year's draft, right? Something to that effect, right? If you do that, you're still gonna have a group of players you can bring in to fill the void, right? Without having to break the bank on them. And you essentially want to do that. You want to try to get as much talent in as possible without breaking the bank.
Yeah, because now all the contracts coming up, it's like you ain't be able to keep everybody. So
exactly.
You got no choice.
And the benefit of taking them in the first round is because you're hoping that they're so good that you can pick up that fifth-year option and get one out of them. But keep in mind, they picked 28th in the second. So if they come out and say, hey, we're going to bump out from the 28th overall pick in the draft, and we get pick 33, right? We get pick 33, we get a fourth-round pick, and we get a second next year, and they get a seventh. The Lions would have pick 33, pick 28. In the third round, they would have pick 38. In the fourth round, they would have another high fourth-round pick with pick 28. So that'd be 2 seconds, a third, 2 fourths, a sixth, and a seventh. And you can still get what you need in rounds 2 through 4 without incident. But that's just me. I digress.
Well, because how in press conference, Brad was talking about how to get your popcorn ready. He's gonna be good. It's like I know he's gonna be doing some type of trading.
Listen, I'm scared to even pop popcorn this year. I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like if I pop the popcorn, I'm gonna burn it because he gonna do something. I guarantee you, he gonna do something that's gonna have me going. Why? Why? What do we do? What did we do to you? Huh? What do we do to deserve this? Right? And on top of that, I believe, and I could be wrong about this, but I believe that the Lions are in a really good position at 28. I'm going to tell you why I say that. In a draft where most people there's a few teams that need quarterbacks, a bunch of people want to try to build an offensive line, it's a bunch of pass rushers, you're going to still come out with a bunch of talent at 28 that you can walk out with. Right? But if you go down to 33, you still have that shot. What you can't do is go from 28 to pick 38 in the second round. No, we can't do that.
Nah, that's too far.
That ain't it.
That's way too far.
Now, if you go to pick 38, you by the time I got a first next year. Now, granted, I agree with what Looney Tune is saying that Abdul Carter and Mike Green are gone before pick 28. What would you do? If they're both gone before that pick, they're both gone. That means that 1 to 2 of my linebacker picks is right there at 28. Take the linebacker.
We do need a linebacker.
Take the linebacker.
Well, Lord, we need a linebacker.
Because when Alex Anzalone went down,
we was in trouble.
And Derek Barnes went down,
we was in trouble.
Man, come on now.
You talking about misery, my Lord.
Come on now. Y'all forget. They brought Ezekiel Turner back. Y'all forget. We had a guy there named Ezekiel Turner and Jalen Reeves-Maybin trying to play linebacker for us. We need a linebacker. So if those two guys are gone, boom, lock it in. Give me the linebacker. If the two linebackers that I covenant are gone already, plus those two are gone, then just take the damn guard. Just take the guard.
Yeah, I agree with that. My guess is this is going to be an O lineman, a guard. I'm not O lineman, a D lineman, and a linebacker in the first round. Because I know most of the guys you said, they are gone. Ain't no point in my trade back at that point.
And again, it's not hard. it's either linebacker. Really, this how I view this how the perfect draft would look for me. First round, pass rusher. Second round, linebacker. Third round, guard. Fourth round, safety. Oh, what do y'all mean? Bro, who was the backups?
That's true.
Who's the backup safety?
All I know is the starters. I don't know who the backup safety is. I know.
Like, seriously. Sixth round. Ready? You ready for this one? Linebacker. Come back. You doubled up on cornerback, double up on the linebackers.
Try me. I know.
Double up on DN. Double up on pass rusher.
Yeah.
Seventh round. You know what I do in seventh round? I draft because I know some of y'all gonna want it. So this is just me trying to be nice. Take a receiver at that point. I can care less. He just got to be a really good return man. That's it. He got to be taller than Khalif Raymond. That's it.
Taller than Khalif Raymond.
That's it. Just be taller than Khalif Raymond, a good return man. What's going on, Crimson Shadow? What it do?
That makes sense though. I know is
Detroit D. What up though?
I know is we better get at least double on edge if anything. Like we don't get double edge, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm like, bro, we ain't having nobody.
Double up, man. Go back and look at some of them games where your linebackers were Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Okay, I'm not making this up. Malcolm Rodriguez got hurt, so he wasn't even able to play. Man. It was Jalen Reeves-Maybin, Turner, and I forget that other damn linebacker name because it was so forgettable that Nat King Cole literally dedicated the son to him. Like, bro, you need a linebacker so bad. You need another pass rusher so bad.
Man, it was
terrible. Brought Adams in to be a hybrid safety linebacker.
It was terrible, man. It was so bad.
Bro, what was he doing? So I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to be an a-hole. There's logic to what I'm saying. Go and get those guys out of here.
I know we need some dogs, and those are them dogs. We need some dogs, man. We got nobody.
And that's where we got to start to look at some things a little different. That's all I'm saying. That's what we got to look at some things. What else you got for me, man?
Like, man, other than talking about the dang draft, no freaking Pistons, though. Ready for that game 3? Tomorrow might be crazy.
You know what? Listen, I have been scared to watch the Pistons because I'm like, man, ever since they got cheated by that official, I was like, not recently. I'm talking about back in the day. I've been scared to watch them. But I am ready for that game 3, and I'm looking forward to seeing them hopefully come out 2-1. So,
trust and believe. I'll say, man, they better make the Knicks they bitch. Trust me.
100%.
The boys soft. The boys are soft.
100%. D-Man, let me go ahead and crunch out this last little segment of this show. And because brother got to get up early tomorrow.
Hey, man,
I'm not going live tomorrow. I'm going to let everybody go and watch everybody else's live stream. I will implore. Listen, can I say this enough? Do not watch the stream of a person who do not really know football. I'm going to tell you why I say that. If you do that, you're going to get a bunch of emotional reactions to things that they're not even sure why they're reacting to it. Find people who are known to know the sport and watch them. Okay? I'm saying that for a reason. Because there are some people who do their homework. Roar the Lions UK do their homework. Right? There are a bunch of them. Just want you to show them people some love. All right. All right, D-Map, let me get my next guest in here, man. And
all right.
It's good talking to you, brother.
All right, man.
Yep. Let's bring in the bad guy, Mr. John Kapler, in the building. What up, though?
What is going on, Luke?
I'm not much, man. I gave my 10 things I don't want to see them do. I'm now breaking down this list of visits and what it means to the draft. And I'm also giving y'all opportunity to talk y'all stuff. So talk your stuff. Anything I say that you disagree with or anything that you want to add to it, talk it.
Just to add on my perfect plan for that, and I'm down with defense, but edge rusher does not need to be strictly edge. It could be a linebacker who blitzes like cough, third Campbell on the Lions, Jahad Campbell.
Oh, see, he's the pick that I'm telling you, if he's there, if Mike Green and a dude Carter is gone, take Jahad Campbell.
Trade up, get him.
I'm not. Listen, if you trade it
because
up,
the line is so deep for defensive line is deep. Linebackers not. So go get him, and then you can go get your pure edge rusher who's 6'5", 6'6", 270 later on, and then holy crap.
Here's my fear. My fear is in order to trade up, we're gonna be picking that one pick in the first round and not picking again until the third or fourth. I don't want that.
No.
They gonna have to give up something, bro. You trading up, you're giving up something. No.
Yeah, of course. But it's not going to be all this year. You give them something, next year.
I don't want to do that neither. I believe, I'm going to tell you why I say this. Let's follow me on this one a little bit, John.
Okay.
Stay with me.
Okay. All right.
I believe that this draft is set up to where you can literally sit where you are and get everything you need for this team to help them win this year, right? But I believe that next year's draft is the draft where the desperation of teams kick in because there's a lot of coaches on the hot seat. There's a lot of teams who's going to be trying to get certain players, and you have trade bargaining chips with players that people are going to be looking to get. Only thing I'm pointing out to is if you shortchange that, and then all of a sudden, the Lions got a chance to add another stud. Another stud corner or another stud linebacker or another stud DN, right? Another stud D tackle, because D tackles will fall. Now you lose that ability because you don't trade away some future stuff for a guy that, like, dang, I didn't think he's gonna be there. No, I get it. And I don't want them to get into the point where they're just doing it to be doing it. I'm in win now.
No, and exactly, it's not doing it just to do it. With Brad Holmes, it's if he wants his guy, go and get it, and it's for now. He's not thinking about we can win the Super Bowl in 26. He wants to win this thing now. Every year is now. This year, he's not worried about next year. So you go up, you get Campbell, you give them whatever it is from next year and some of this year, and then Brad Holmes, trades up again, does whatever he needs to do. You come away with Jahad Campbell, a guard, your pure edge rusher. You're good. Then you can do the whole true BPA, whatever's there. If it's another defensive tackle, cool. If it's another wide receiver, cool. Then in the sixth, if it's a quarterback, cool. Because eventually those things are going to fall to the true BPA, best player available. But get what you want now. Get the Lions set for what they need with the players that you want. Don't worry about next year. We'll worry about next year when next year happens. But get what you want right now for this year. Brad Holmes always comes through. He's always making deals to get back what he's given away.
Okay. All right. Listen. Hey,
I mean, would I steer you wrong? I mean, I know I'm a little bit crazy and I do the mock drafts all the time and people think I'm nuts. But I mean, I know my Lions. I know a little bit of Brad Holmes, and I've watched enough drafts to see how it works.
Listen, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I want to answer this question from Dr. Detroit because he says, where are all these players you want to draft playing?
You act like
stay with me. If we take a pass rusher in the first round, he's starting. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
because there is no other person opposite of Aiden Hutchinson that is playing. Like if they don't take a pass rusher to the fourth round, I am assured that Marcus Davenport is your starting DN. You have fun with that.
And with what I was saying, it's not like you're trading back and getting more capital. You're getting rid of some capital, so it gives players the opportunity to play. It's not like I'm saying trade up, then trade back and end up with 9 picks. You're going to end up with less picks.
Take it a step further. Let's say we come second round and we take, say, linebacker like I want. They're going to not only play, they're going to have starters. They're going to have an opportunity to start too. Why?
Yep.
Because we're changing our defense up just a little bit.
Exactly. Schemes are going to switch too. And
skill sets are going to be different.
Players are going to go back and forth on different things. You're going to be in for this. You're going to be out for that. You're going to be out for that. You're going to be in for this. So that's where all these players play.
Not to mention, our linebackers have been getting banged up every year, right? This is why Malcolm Rodriguez keep getting snaps, right?
Oh.
And if you go out and you
that's
get
why all
a
those third stringers
linebacker,
got all that experience last year. that would have never got it would have took them like 3 preseasons to get the experience they got last year because of all the injuries.
So linebacker there. He asked me what linebacker in the second you want. Carson Schwarzenegger out of UCLA, number 49.
I'd say he's number 3, maybe number 4.
You know what I'm saying? To me, he's a total package. Can cover, got speed, can tackle, read the gap, high IQ. I like what I saw from him. Shows ball skills. Give me him.
Yeah, I'm good with him if we don't get Campbell.
All right. Now, third round guard.
Yes.
It's a lot of them at this point. Trust me.
Yep.
It's a lot of them at this point. And any guard that you take, I do not care. Just get a guard.
I'm not worried about it. Look what we did in the 5th round last year.
I'm not worried.
That guy only played 2 full games, but he did great in those 2 games. And then the little bit of hodgepodge, he played in a snap here and a snap here throughout the season. But
now,
those 2 full-time games,
they're going to argue. Why would I want a guard when we got Christian and we got Graham Glasgow? I want Graham Glasgow.
Glasgow's old.
I want Graham.
He's not as good as he once used to be. We can get better.
I want Graham Glasgow to be a backup.
Backup. You want to get better by elimination. You eliminate the third strings by drafting better people, so those third strings are out. Those second strings move up, and your drafts are like right there and doing stuff. You want to get rid of your third stringers that you got, eliminate them, and get better. So let's get rid of Graham. Let's make Graham only when we absolutely need him.
Is it a lot of them who specifically? Well, at this point, I think it's going to be a lot of guards left and a lot of hybrid guards left from tackles and stuff. Yeah. I got a bunch of. I got like
look at that guy
a bunch
right
of people
Becton from NC State.
I mean,
he's hybrid size, isn't he? And I mean, even if he's not, look at what the Eagles did.
There's a guy at Alabama A&M. There's a guy from Alabama A&M who has the ability to play guard and tackle. So I'm just, again, I can't give you a name for that guard position because in the third round, I'm just looking at somebody and saying, you know what? Let's get a starter.
We'll make them fit. We'll make them work.
Right, because you got to think about it. Who had Giovanni Manu as a third round pick? I'll wait.
No one. He wasn't even invited to the combine. He wasn't even on the list of the 320 players that were listed.
Anybody we add can't be worse than this.
No,
it can't be. I refuse to believe
that's the idea of the draft, is to get better, is to bump out your third, definitely your 4th and 5th string players that are on the roster. Everyone that you draft from round 1 to 7, they should be replacing something. You should be getting better and bumping out the old by replacing it with the new.
Yeah, Dr. Detroit says we need a cover, run-stopping linebacker. I believe Carson Schwarzenegger is that. We need Campbell, a capable edge. Yeah, we do. A O-line. We need a D tackle for the future. No, we don't. Listen, people, listen.
D-line is so deep. You can get that later on. There is going to be a D-line.
I don't want a D tackle at all.
You hear me? I know you don't, but I'm saying for the people that do, it's going to be there. It will be there. I promise you, people.
There is no reason to draft a D tackle in this draft. You can only play so many of them. You still got DJ Reader. They're bringing in Roy Lopez, who I'm pretty sure they're going to make the starter. It's either him or Levi Onwuzurike. Both of them are back. You drafted Wingo, who's going to play D tackle. You got Broderick Martin, who, in my opinion, is a total waste. I get it.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're drafting a D tackle this year in anticipation for next year, then you've already looked past games, playoffs, Super Bowl. Nah, damn that. Readers here.
I get it. People are also, we might not get our defensive tackle back until like October. So they want a D tackle until he gets back. So I understand that.
Listen, I don't care if D tackle is dry next year, right? Hypothetically, by Detroit, if D tackle is dry next year, guess what I do know? I know that 32 teams have a D tackle or two. You are going to be okay. I know that a thing called free agency is going to happen.
Very
it's
true.
going to be some D tackles out there. D tackle to me is an important position. It's really important because what Aleem McNeil did for the Lions, when he went down, it changed everything. The amount of pressure up the middle is a different game changer. Okay?
And Lean might not be back till middle October, November. That's a long time.
So my attitude to it is this. And this is the other thing I want to point out too, since we're on the topic of it, because we can use this to parlay it into this part too. Let's look at the D tackles that they're looking at.
True.
Right? Tyleik Williams, I don't really see it.
Well,
I don't really see it, but this is a guy that they might have some love for, but I don't see it. Derek Harmon, he just big.
you said you liked him though. I thought at the beginning.
I do like him, but I don't like him enough to draft him. Not for the Lions.
Is he better than the dude we traded up for? I mean,
listen, you better than the dude we traded up for. That's not the point at this time. Because
a guy who's 135 pounds at defensive tackle, yikes.
Hey, listen, we added D tackle help. So once we added D tackle help, that let me know he's not concerned about D tackle. He's not.
I get that.
He's looking for linebackers to fill gaps and play in space, and that's what he's expecting. Yeah. And he wants pass rush. So again, there are some D tackles in this draft. I've talked about those D tackles. I brought them up. I've had a whole list. Look at the videos from the day for yesterday and day before.
And some of the smaller ones I like. They get after the pass rusher, and that's what we need. Pressure from the inside and the outside.
But I'm looking at the linebackers that's on here. There's a lot of hybrid style linebackers on here. The cornerback right here, Maxwell Harrison, I don't even know why he on there because I have no belief that we're going to take that person.
Because he's fast and he's what, 6'2"?
We don't care. We don't need a cornerback.
That's a big fast corner.
We don't need a cornerback.
I know we don't.
If they move Raystraw to safety, cool.
But there you go. That's a thing. They like guys who they can do different things with. And if you take Maxwell and you move someone else out, I mean, he could be dangerous for us to help take out one of those fast, speedy wide receivers when Maxwell gets good, next year after, when he really gets into his NFL prime. The speed, the height,
And I'm just saying. Oh man,
no fly zone with him. Right. No fly zone.
So I got a few more minutes, John. I want to run through this list, brother. I'm gonna let you go so I can run through this and I can get out of here so I can make sure.
Good, man.
Appreciate you for coming through, brother. And listen, man, if y'all ain't checking out the Bad Guy, man, go check my brother's channel out. He out here dropping content. Tell them about the content real quick, John, just so they can, in case they didn't know.
I just look it up. John Cap. I think you still look me up by John Kapler, but recently just been doing shorts of mock drafts. After the draft is complete, I'll get back on it. I'll break down, what I like about who we got, maybe who we didn't get. Come talk football with me. Get in the comment sections. I am always down for comments on my videos, conversations, ideas. Let's just talk some Lions ball. Good, bad, or the ugly. I am the bad guy, and I'm down with it.
Hey, again, now let me go through this list because I think this list is telling. All right, we got safeties on the list. We got linebackers, cornerbacks. We got edge rushers. Now, when you look at this list at first glance, it's a lot of stuff that you're not going to think about. Okay, I want to put it out there. The first thing I want you to notice is they looking at a lot of edge rushers, and some of them they doubled up on and meeting them, right? They doubled up on them. Local pro day, they looked at a quarterback. Come on, man. That's a guy that they looking to see he gonna go undrafted. They can add him to the practice squad. Penny Boone, Central Florida. Bro, I'm not saying anybody on here that jumps out to me that makes me be like, yeah, they really trying to do something with these people. Okay? But I want you to look at the number of edge rushers, offensive linemen that they're looking at. I want you to look at the D tackles that they're looking at. And then you got to work your way through each of these things and understand a few parts. Now let's start with some of these players. Kobe King from Penn State is a name that people keep talking about. I know that One Pride 40 likes Darius Alexander from Toledo, right? And I heard a few, not a lot, but I heard a few grumbles for my man from Notre Dame. Why am I drawing a blank? Good grief. This is what happens when you read and scrolling at the same time. Your brain just slips. It'll come back to me. It'll come back. What I realized is I started going to look at each player name on here. I was looking for a very particular thing. Thing one, were they a captain? Our Lions love people who are captains. And if you should find that these people are not a captain, it does not necessarily eliminate them, but it does decrease their chances of being drafted. The second part of the formula is, can they play more than one position? Now, there's a multitude of players on here who cannot play more than one position, which leads me to believe they are hoping that they can get some of these people after the draft. If anything, in the 7th round. The third thing that I'm looking for is potential. I believe it was William who said that this draft is going to come down to potential versus production. Do you draft based on potential or do you draft based on production? I say the Lions go for potential over production. All right. Now, the fourth thing, this is the most important one that lets me know if he's going to get drafted, is does they fit into best player available mantra? Even though the mantra really is best player available for the need. Best player available for the need. That's what they're doing. And if that answer to those questions all come down to yes, then you can do what these good people did over here and figure out a 7th round mock draft with only players that the Lions have met. And if that be the case, then this would be the pick at 28. Gary Zabel. I botched his name. I'll get it together before the season starts. Make no mistake about it. 2nd round, Josiah Stewart. The other thing that I want you to do when I go back just to look at this is look at some of the names not on there. The Boston College kid is not on there. Donovan, whatever his name is not on there, right? Ashton Gillety is not on there. Abdul Carter is not on there. Mike Green is not on there. You know why they didn't look at none of them names? They're hoping that these people fall and slide. Nick Scorton ain't on there. There's a lot of names that's not on here because they're hoping that they slide. And they try to call themselves doing the best job of mixing it up with the people that they're looking at by throwing in people like a quarterback here or cornerback there. But they're clearly showing their hands. It's offensive line, defensive line, linebacker. That's what it is. That's what it is. So when they use just the player that people like, and they say in the 3rd round they take a safety, these all make sense because these are positions that we need. Now, I personally would not be happy with a safety in the 3rd, but that's just me. Right? Wide receiver, Isaac Tasala. I don't know why wide receiver keep making it onto all these goddamn mock drafts. We don't need it. He ain't coming in to do squat. But whatever. You know, they like, oh, he's 6'4", 214. So, don't you got Tim Patrick for that? Kobe King out of Penn State. Kobe King, one of them players that I really do like, but Kobe King do something that really drives me nuts. He takes some of the worst angles at times where I'm like, I don't even know that you knew that was bad. Like, but again, it's a linebacker. And to me, what's crazy about this, to take a linebacker for your first linebacker in the 6th round, man, that's nasty work. If this was the draft, I'm gonna just be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. In the 7th round, tight end, we need it. It just is what it is. And running back, why? Why? Tell me why. Ain't nothing but the. Tell me why. Come on, somebody. To me, Zabo. Thank you. I knew I was gonna nail it. Yes. Like I'm trying to picture the Napoleon Dynamite when he was like, yes, that's me. Zabo. 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 Sound like it's a French name. Zabo. 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 I got it. I'm not even Dolomite. I'm not going to play with you. I can't pronounce. I can't. The Donovan last name is it's not for the faint of heart. I ain't him. I can't do it. Do draft experts get paid like meteorologists? They might, because most of them don't really know. You got to think they're covering 32 teams. I'm only focusing on one. It's a lot easier for me to focus on one and break down who's there. But the only time I look at the other 32 teams is when I'm trying to look at who's ahead of us that need what we need. That's the only thing I'm looking for. And are there people ahead of us that need what we need? Yeah. Buccaneers need pass rushers. Yeah, I know they got Hassan Riddick, but, they're going to want more help. They need linebackers. Donovan Ezra-Rocco. Donovan Ezra-Rocco. That sounds like some type of bacterial infection. I'm just gonna be honest with you, but that's not my business. Ezra-Rocco. 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 Kuskoo. Oh, nah. Y'all not. Dolo, you nah. And I'm just Izu-Rocco. I'm not, see, y'all think y'all slick. I'm not gonna keep doing this and embarrassing myself, but y'all think y'all slick. Izu-Rocco. It's a Ruku. It's all good. It's all good. I just he said, I got it. Well, by damn it, I knew I can do it. I always was a C student. And they said I wouldn't be anything. Good people. These names is crazy. Like the dude from Ohio State. Oh my God. What? I have listened to that man's name at least 40 times and still can't say it. JT me, man, it's crazy. Oh my God. You said mine's right, Luke. Hey. I'm working on it. These names is crazy though. Good people, you know me. I can only give you an hour, maybe an hour and 15. I do wanted to bring those things up, and I do want people to understand something. Don't get too caught up in the draft. The picture is not completed because the draft is over. The picture is completed when week 1 starts and they're down to the 53-man roster. That's when the picture gets completed. All right. And that's when you can really judge on what they're doing. There's going to be a lot of camp battles this year. There's going to be a lot of frustrated players. It's going to be a lot of injuries and a lot of opportunities for people to play. Do not get caught up in what's happening. Half the people went crazy because they couldn't believe that we drafted a running back in the first round in the top 20. They couldn't believe it. This was shocking. Who does that? And I like seriously, all because he basically said F this damn positional value stuff. I don't that's not a thing. We don't do positional value around here. We take talent. So don't get frustrated. Wait for the picture to get completed. Y'all know me, I can't end the show unless it's on a positive note. I went back and forth on what message I wanted to give. And I was stuck between two. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to do both or one. Let me think about this. I got it. I know I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mix them together, and this is gonna be about finances. It says the wealthiest things to have right now is peace of mind. The wealthiest thing to have right now is peace of mind. See, this one right here makes the most sense because given the current climate and what's happening in this country, and the most people going to be upset tomorrow. It's going to be some frustrated people tomorrow. But what I want you to do is take a second to take inventory of yourself. Do not let nobody disrupt your peace. It costs too much. It costs too much. It costs too much to allow somebody to come in and disrupt the most peaceful part of you. Take the best parts of you that make you smile, that make you happy, that make you move, and you just allow them to disrupt that peace. It costs too much. You want to be wealthy? You want to go and collect millions of dollars? Find peace. Because peace brings clarity. And when clarity comes into play, you are able to not only hear how the people around you are moving, but what their hearts are truly saying about the people around you. And it's not going to always be so clear, because if you allow your peace to be disrupted with the noise and all the distractions and all the doubt and the lack of confidence, then you're going to find yourself in a position trying to figure out, how did I get here? How did I turn right when I meant to go left? The sign said do a U-turn. I went straight. And then you get to a person who don't value you, who can't see you, only when you're able to help them. They're literally sucking all the best parts of you out. And for what? For you to be left and discarded. I'm asking you to protect your peace. I'm asking you to understand that the wealthiest things to have right now is peace. Lead with that peace. Protect that peace at all costs. And go to bed and wake up with that peace, knowing that you kept it safe for another day. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. And if you don't do nothing else at all, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We are out. Have a good one, good people.